All right, so we are live. Hello, and I do believe welcome to Bottleneck Virtual Assistants. My name is Jaime J. I am the founder and managing director of Bottleneck Virtual Assistants, and I wanted to say welcome to this Facebook Live. Today, I'm going to be talking a little bit about some ideas and ways to identify whether or not you're ready to hire a virtual assistant. And also, even before that, what you need to do to prepare yourself for your company's growth. So strap in. These should be some pretty interesting topics here, at least for me. I enjoy this stuff. But I hope you get something out of it. So basically what this is, Bottleneck Virtual Assistants, is we are a virtual staffing agency of sorts, I guess you could say. And we really pride ourselves in helping business owners scale and grow their companies. And basically our brand mantra is Bottleneck Virtual Assistants offers professional growth opportunities for ambitious leaders by creating an efficient and systematic approach to identify, hire, and cultivate team members who focus on specific roles and responsibilities. So basically what that means is we will go help you find somebody that will assist you in building your business, basically. And what I like to start off with is to answer the question, when do I know that I'm ready to hire a virtual assistant? And first of all, who the heck am I, and how come I'm giving you any advice whatsoever? Well, my name is Jaime J. Like I said, I am the founder of Bottleneck Virtual Assistants, and I've been sourcing virtual assistants since 2006, when I started a company with a business partner of mine in Central California, and he was from the Philippines, and he's the one that introduced me into the wonderful world of the Filipino remote workers and virtual assistants concept. And quite frankly, I've never looked back. I think having the support of either a one-person team or a larger organization is critical to your success. Whatever you define success in business and in life, I think you need that support. Either it's an administrative assistant, it could be a web developer, graphic designer, it could be social media, it could be bookkeeping, it could be anything like that. And I think the one thing that you really have to be cognizant of the fact of, if you're in business, depending on where it is that you want to go, if you're going to grow, if you want to grow, you have to plan for that now. You have to start planning for it as soon as possible. Now, if you've already grown and you're finding yourself in a bottleneck, right? Meaning there's a traffic jam on the highway and you're going down. We just talked about it in our marketing meeting this morning, and you know, you're getting down. There was 4 lanes there because of the traffic jam or because of the accident. Now there's only 2, so it's going to slow down traffic. Same thing in your business. If you're experiencing that right now, don't worry. We can still help you, but to help prevent the bottlenecks in your business, you need to plan for this accordingly. So what are a couple signs? Well, number one, you're stressing. You're getting stressed out. There's too many things that you're doing. And a lot of business owners, a lot of people like you and me, we think we're the answer to everything. It has to be our way. Everything that we're doing, it's my business. I know it better than most people, than anyone else. So therefore, I need to be in all the decision making. Well, get over yourself, is what I say, and understand that it's okay to have help. Here's the difference between what most people think of hiring somebody and what Bottleneck thinks of hiring somebody. If we are able to do something as if it's the very last time we're ever going to do it, meaning writing down every single step, thank you, Scott Beebe, every single step that you do in a given task, it's going to be much easier for you to help when train somebody. Now, this does 3 things when you write this down and you give them the expectations of a step-by-step process. Number one, it gives you the confidence, and it gives them the confidence knowing that they know exactly what to do. Number two, it's going to be the closest thing that you can do from getting what's in here out there. So a lot of people say, well, I just know this stuff. Why don't you know it? It's because they haven't detailed a list, a workflow, a system to give to that person. And then the third thing is it helps maintain your brand integrity, your tone, and your voice. These are the three things that are critical when it comes to growing your business. So if you write down something as if it's the last time you're ever going to do it, how you check your email, how you create an agreement, how you do your social media posting, whatever that may be, write down a process for that. When do you want to start doing that? Right now. The second you get started. And you can start out by doing like a delegation roadmap. And basically what that is you write down all of the tasks in a given day and assign 2 values to each of those tasks. And these 2 values will be, number one, does it give you energy? Does it make you happy? Is it something that you want to do? Or is it something that you can delegate? Right? So if it's something that makes you happy, like for this Facebook Live, this makes me happy. I want to be here. I can't delegate me actually being on the video right now. So this is a task that I choose to do and want to do. Now, if I was going to do a podcast, I don't care to do the editing. That drains me of energy. So what I would want to do is do my podcast, right? My episode, my show, my interview, my conversation. I would have the conversation with the guest, and then I would take that audio and give it to my audio engineer, Magic Mike or Mike A. And the reason I do that is because I don't have the time, that extra 2 hours or whatever it's going to take to edit the audio. Plus, they love doing that. Mike loves doing audio. So you see how that helps out, right? So you got to come up with all the workflows up in advance. And it does take a while, but start doing it now. Now, if you find yourself in a position where you need to hire right now and you don't have this in place, don't worry, we can still help you. Because when you look to us to have someone hire, maybe it's an administrative assistant, maybe you just need someone to manage all the details, those mundane details in your business. Well, what you can do is you can go and go to bottleneck.online/inquiry, fill out a quick little interest form that you're interested in us reaching out to you. I'll schedule a time. We'll meet one-on-one. Totally free, no obligation consultation. You ask me as many questions as you want. I'll do my best to answer them. If you'd like to move forward in the process, I'll go ahead and send you what we call a VA intake form. It's a questionnaire. It gives us a little more detail exactly as to what you're looking for. And then we begin the sourcing process. And the sourcing process lasts about 7 to 10 business days. And what's really important about the sourcing process is that we're going out and interviewing many candidates, and we use a 3-tiered vetting process. Now, in this 3-tiered vetting process, we do 3 things, right? The first thing is we want to make sure that people's main concern is that hiring an administrative assistant or an assistant from the Philippines, they won't be able to speak English. And it couldn't be further from the truth. Now, yes, English is their second language, but that's part of the reason why we have this 3-tiered vetting process. Is we vet to make sure that not only can they speak and write English, but that they can comprehend English really well. And that's a big challenge that many other people just simply don't understand yet. So the second part of that 3-tiered process is that we make sure that the technology that they're using is good. So do they have a good computer? Is it hardwired into the wall as opposed to a Wi-Fi? Do they have a backup computer? What happens if the power does go out? Now, they're an island. The power's going to go out, right? In the Philippines. Can they go somewhere else just to notify you? So we do all of this in our in our sourcing process. And then the third part of that, this is where we look into more of the soft skills, like their motivations. Are they tenacious? What are they kind of as a person? What are they like? What's their personality? And that's where we do what we call as a DISC profile, a DISC assessment. And every single one of the candidates does a DISC profile. And if you want to do a DISC profile, I highly recommend it, because it really gives you a good idea on who you are, what your strengths are, and what your weaknesses are, maybe even more importantly, because I can easily recognize that one of my strengths is I love doing this stuff. I can talk with people all day one-on-one, but the weakness is I'm not that good at details. So big picture kind of thing, general overview, yes. The detailed specific stuff, numbers, I can't stand that stuff. So the DISC assessment was great for me to take, and it really helped me in choosing my personal assistant and who I worked with. So that's some really good stuff. Now, conversely, on the other side, there's 7 to 10 days. We have some homework for you to do during this process, but it's very, very helpful. And a lot of people don't take the time to go through this. So this gives you an opportunity to really hone in on what it is that you want your virtual assistant to do for you. So you go through the delegation roadmap. This is called the 6-step hiring formula. You go through the delegation roadmap. And basically what that is you lay out your all tasks you do all day long. You assign the 2 values to them. Does it give you energy? Does it not? Can you delegate this or can you not delegate this? And what you'll find is once you come up with that list and everything that you can delegate out, guess what? Now you have the information you need for a job role. And that's the second step, is creating a job role. And we go into that. We share a video with that. And we actually share a template, a job role template that you can use. And then you'll fill out the job role. And as you're moving through this process, you'll gain more and more direction, more clarity, and more confidence. Because the next step, you're going to learn how to conduct a really good meeting, how to create an agenda for that meeting, how to create action items for that meeting. And then the next step is how to perform a good interview, how to prepare for that interview. And as you're moving through these steps, this is still in that 7 to 10 days while we're sourcing candidates for you. And then the next thing is you go into the agreement, and we'll tell you all about the agreement. And then the 6th step is, okay, you've made your selection, you know who you want to work with, you want to hire them, it's your first day of work, what now? So we don't just leave you hanging there. So it's been a lot of research that I've learned, and I've had a lot of help from other professionals. It's been a really, really exciting process, and I'm excited to share that with you. The last thing that I'll go through on this right before we wrap up is the actual interview process and how does that look, right? So the interview process goes like this. We'll through the 3-tiered vetting system, we'll find 3 different candidates for you to interview. And this particular process is you'll interview 3 people back to back for 10 minutes, and it will be moderated by our operations manager, Yang. She's there to make sure she keeps you on track, that the candidates show up on time, and to answer any questions that you have. Once you finish the 3 interviews, you choose the person, or it could be 2, but you choose the person that you would like to potentially work with. There's no commitment at this point. And we offer what we call as a confirmation interview. Now, this confirmation interview can be another 10 minutes. It could be another hour. It's up to you. And this particular interview is not moderated by Yang. This particular interview is just you and the virtual assistants to give you an opportunity to learn more about them. And then we also ask that you give them an assignment. Nothing big, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. But not only will you give them the assignment, but give them a due date. So that way you can make sure that they can do what they say they can do, and they can do it on time according to what you're looking for. And then one thing I might want to point out too is the VAs can work around your schedule. You just have to let us know in that initial VA intake form when you want them to work. So that's kind of how this whole process works. I hope this helped you out. I hope you identify early on some things that you can do to prevent the bottlenecks that occur in business all the time. That's what we're here for. Again, my name is Jaime J, and I'm the founder and managing director of Bottleneck Virtual Assistants. I'm here to help you stop the bottleneck in your business. If you have any questions, please, please, please let us know. And you can go visit us today at bottleneck.online. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I can't wait to speak with you soon. Have a great one.